Hi, everybody. This is Tia Bon with Empowering Time Markers. Today, I am with Tamira Hamilton from Hautechaucolatte, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So excited I got that right. I am so glad that you are with us. You are such an amazing light and such an amazing person. So, could you tell me a little bit about your business and who you are?
Okay. My name is Tamira Hamilton. I am from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's where I've grown up in my entire life in southeastern Wisconsin. I have two adult daughters, 28, almost 29, and 23. Two beautiful grandchildren, my 6-year-old grandson Tristan and 5-month-old baby Callie, little Callie Dream, baby girl. I am a marketing consultant and I also am a beauty blogger, and I blog about the business of beauty. So, all things self care, personal care, all of that are really what I market and put out into the world. And I also have developed this marketing agency where it started out really helping people in the beauty business, but now I have colleges and universities and other businesses locally that hire me out, contract me out to help them with their marketing strategy and implementation.
That is amazing. And I know why, because I've watched you and you are amazing. I love everything that you post and everything that you represent. So, welcome.
Thank
Thank
you so
you. So, what
Thank
is
you.
your best organizational tool?
My best organizational tool is to try to leave everything as if, end the day with everything cleaned up. So you start with a clean, fresh slate every day. So a place for everything in its place, and really try to touch things only once. Like if it's in front of you, just take care of it right then and there versus putting it off. One of the things I do as an at-home business entrepreneur, I tend to, because one of the things I hated when I worked for someone else, especially because my first job in corporate America out of college was the first time that I hadn't worked weekends in years. And I hated having to spend Saturday cleaning. So I do that on Mondays instead. So that's another thing you can just, schedule a day and just kind of make that your day or do a little bit each day. When I had kids at home and everybody's in activities and I'm, going to the gym and working out multiple times a day, I would do a load of laundry or two every single day. That way it wasn't all there, because that can be overwhelming to me. And once I get overwhelmed, kind of like everything kind of self-destructs at that point.
Yeah, I
So
totally
yeah, those are some of my
that
organizational tips.
that's awesome. Those are really great tips. I love those, especially the have everything clean at night. So when you come in, you feel like ready to go instead of like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, that's super awesome. So, do you have a team?
I do have a team in my beauty business. My marketing business, my team is automation. I use so much automation to get things taken care of. In my beauty business, I build a team. We all work together, and it's a collective of leveraged efforts. And I love that because I have a strong background in leadership and management. So it still helps me to help other people grow and learn and that. So that's how that works.
Awesome. So, is your beauty part of it? You said a blog and
Mhm.
have a team. Is it a different business or is it your own business? Is it like a side?
Well, my big thing was I wanted a monetized blog, and um, so I have a marketing blog that is monetized through affiliate marketing, and so that means I partner with companies and I advertise them. I do blog posts showing people how to use their software and things like that. And when people purchase, then I get a nice size kickback. The unfortunate thing is in the world of beauty, affiliate marketing commissions, because the price point are really, really minuscule. So it made sense to partner with a company and build a team. and get paid not only for the sales of my commissions, but also do what I've, spent 20 years of my life doing, which is leading and managing others in sales. And so that's it. They kind of work together. That way I'm able to monetize my blog
Yeah.
at the same time.
Awesome. So, do you have any well, you kind of answered that question. I was going to ask you advice on how to balance personal and business life, but you gave me so many tips. Is there anything else you want to add to that?
Did we do that on here, or was that before?
No, we talked before. No, well, when I asked you your organizational tool, and then you kind of went into when you had kids and when you do laundry, I was like, oh, that's kind of answering. Like you would do a little at a
Okay.
time instead of getting overwhelmed. But I didn't know if it would trigger you to think about something else that you used to do.
Yeah, to that, I would say I'm really fortunate in that I've been able to find something that allows me to make money, because we all need money, right? We money's like air. We need it to live, despite what anybody may tell you. I mean,
Right.
mortgages, rent, food, all that. It's a pecuniary system, right? And so I've been fortunate to be able to find something that allows me, or actually create something that allows me to be able to do that. It's just a natural ebb and flow of my life. So that's my biggest suggestion with balancing work and life, is to find where they intersect, where they're intersectional, and really kind of play and hang out in those spaces, so that you do have that work life balance. When I worked in corporate, very demanding job, I would go to the gym before coming home so that I could pound out on the gym bag everything that I needed to get out. And before that, I used to have a long commute to and from work. And it was nice to have that to release, so that when I was home and leave work at work,
To
as
de
much as possible. And say that again.
to decompress and kind of like
Yeah, to
the
decompress and kind of leave one out, leave them separate from each other, because you also don't want a lot of your home life overspilling into a corporate life either, but as a at home based business, I don't have that problem. It all just kind of, like I'm going live. I'm gotta do my skincare and put on makeup anyway. So I might as well go live and monetize it.
right, right, absolutely. I when I was talking with Shannon and I asked her that question, and she was like, I hate the word balance because she's like it puts like pressure on women. And I was like, well, to me, balance means knowing what needs attention first, and
Yeah,
having that insight and know with all like how to
right.
balance it is how I look at
Right.
it. I feel like I'm changing it. Like I understood what she was saying, and I get the that view of like, well, you have to have
Yeah.
everything equal, but that's not how life is. You have to just, and I think women are a perfect example of the balancing of life because we are so flexible. Our lives have to be flexible. Like if you have a baby, a dirty diaper outweighs doing something else. Like there is a priority to things, and knowing and
Right.
how to judge those things is what I think women excel at. So that's
Yeah, I think another word for it is alignment. Is how is everything aligned, because balance does give that kind of give and flow thing, but when it's all in alignment, it doesn't feel like anything's giving or flow or giving or taking.
yeah,
When it's alignment, it feels like it's joy, it feels like it's ease, it feels like it's flowing very easily and effortlessly. And I think, a big part of that is knowing what you want. You have to first look at what do you want, and how do you get there, how do you achieve that. And like, not to be all hoity toity or
yeah,
fruity or whimsical,
yeah,
kind of just put it out there to the universe. And then just, I always say, pray like it depends on God and work like it depends on you. And just really setting those boundaries and expectations with other people around you.
yeah,
When I first began my home-based business, I had to do that with children. I had to do that with people around me. Like, just because I'm working from home doesn't mean I can sit on the phone with you all day while you're at work getting paid for
Right.
sitting on the phone with me. I'm not getting paid by sitting on the phone with you. And even people on my team, like, hey, if we're on the phone with each other all day, neither one of us is making any money.
Right.
So, just kind of really setting those expectations and
Yeah.
those boundaries.
Um, that was a drop of wisdom that I absolutely love, and I'm glad that we went there. And I'm changing the word balance to alignment, so I think I'm gonna do that. That's a really good one. So what is the hardest part of your job?
Oh, the hardest part of my job is all the stuff in my head that I want to do creatively and not being able to get it all out and do it at once. That is truly, I think, the most difficult part of what I do, because of these sparks go off all the time and I can't act on them all the time, because part of my personality is so quirky. Once it goes off, I'm so obsessed with it. I have to bring it to life. I have to manifest it and bring it to actual being. I won't eat, I won't pee, I won't sleep until it's not only done, but done perfectly in my eyes, the way that I want it and the way that I, love it. So that's the biggest challenge for me, is all these things popping off in my head of what I'd like to do and create. And just kind of like you said, okay, back to earth, prioritize.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely understand that. I'm a creative too, photography, and I'll have like and I'm like, I don't have enough time to like sketch it out
Yeah.
to how I want to do it with all the ideas. So it's sort of like a double-edged sword that you have
Yeah.
but yet like, ugh. So what's the easiest part of your job?
The easiest part is once that spark goes off, just getting to just instinctively knowing what to do. Once that inspiration is there, once that visual is there in my head, then that's the easier part usually, is to, figure out how, because I'm a problem solver by nature, figuring out how to bring it all together. A lot of the things that other people struggle with, I just don't. Like going live, doing videos, and that was never a struggle for me, because I went to the School of the Arts as a kid. So I've, been in plays and that. I was telling someone yesterday, it's been since first grade. So it's public speaking is no fear of mine. It just does not exist. It's not a problem for me.
Right. I mean, and you're great at it. So it's sort of like just
Oh,
stepping
thank
into
you.
your into who you are. Um, well, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Is there anything you want the ladies to know in the group? What's coming up?
I'm
What's
looking
going on?
forward to our day together. I'm really looking forward to that, and sharing some alignment tips, some balance tips. And it's not all skincare and makeup. A lot of it has to do with in here and making sure it's all aligned. And that's what we'll talk about.
Absolutely. So that'll be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, because you're Central Time, so 7 p.m. Central. And I am so looking forward to that. I will have an event, and you can find it in the group. I'll link it to this. And all of your contacts, I will have linked to this as well. So thank you so much for doing this. And I cannot wait for
Thank
your
you for having me.
live. All right.
I appreciate it.
All right. Bye.